Hello my friends, Mike here, and in this video I'm going to play lots of cinematic sound packs in Omnisphere, so let's dive in right now. So I just started up Omnisphere here, but before we dive in I'm gonna show you where I got all these sound packs from. So it is a developer called Triple Spiral Audio, and they sell lots of Omnisphere sound packs that you can check out, so I will leave a link in the video description. Now let's go ahead and start playing some sounds. So I actually prepared a cup of coffee because this is going to be a long video, so I recommend you to do the same because there are so many sounds to go through. So once you install an extra Omnisphere sound pack, it ends up here in user directories in the directory preset browser. So these are all from the Omnisphere sound pack bundle from Triple Spiral Audio. So let's start with Cloud Atlas. Let's try, for example, a pad here, Beneath the Stars. Very nice, high shimmery tone, Divine Thoughts. Beautiful and very divine sounding actually. Let's go further down and try this one, Free Will. And by the way, when you see this user sound source here, that actually means that the developer recorded external sounds to use in Omnisphere that does not come with the stock Omnisphere plugin. Of course, to be able to install this, you need Omnisphere first, but that's obvious. So, hello. Be darker. I love these types of sounds. I mean, you can just hold down 1 or 2 notes. Let's try this as a mod wheel. Oh yeah. With the expression. What a deep bass in this one. Let's continue with some synth bass and see what we have. Companion. Oh, so it's a pulse type of... or echo delays here. So I can probably play some kind of... very subtle in the background. Ghost Girl. Menacing, dark underscore type of sound. Let's go for guitars. Very distorted. So it's obviously not sounding like a natural guitar, but that's the whole point of sound design. Let's go for textures, playable. The thing I like about textures, soundscapes, sometimes pads, is that even with only 1 or 2 notes, you can create a complete ambience background atmosphere, like, let's say in D. Or an octave higher. Oh yeah. And once you have this ambience going, if we just close this, you can play something over it. So if I, for example, hold down D here again, then press the sustain pedal, switch to the piano, and now play over it. Okay, so it doesn't actually sustain. Should be on. Like that. And then you can play. I mean, we are indeed just improvise something. dark underscore. So that's one of the amazing things. Let's remove the sustain pedal here again. By the way, I'm using Keyscape, this patch here for the piano, in case you're wondering. Let's move on to, for example, some hits. Whoops. Hits. This one. This one. Synth poly. Oh, this could be a good kind of arpeggio. A bit too much delay, but you can of course go in and adjust any of these sounds, by the way. So find out, for example, this analog chorus. Move that a bit. Probably the feedback on the echo here and this one here as well. Whoops. Which are we on? Consumers now. Let's do a synth mono. And one thing which is real cool in Omnisphere is that if you like your sound, but you think it's too much effects on it, you can simply click this light here. And now you have the dry sound, no internal effect. The entire effects rack is muted there. So actually, that's Cloud Atlas. Let's move on to one of the Discovery series, Blockbuster here. And of course, you get a new range of sounds here. So let's go try this bass here. I like this one. Whew. Really gritty and dark. Oh, this could be a good pulse. Just imagine this as a background sound, like a driving bass line. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just humming. You can. That's a tip I do. I have for you, which is use your voice when you come up with ideas. It's the best instrument you have available, at least the most free. Even if you're not a good singer, you can always hum. Watch this, Orphan. So this could be good low pulse. Oh yeah. Really good for those background pulses. Okay, let's move on from basses to some kind of arpeggio BPM preset. I love these kinds of rhythmic background. It's like a loop, basically. Like, I mean, let's play it higher. This clicky driving background phrases. And since I'm pretty sure it's based on the arpeggiator, I mean, you can have pretty much, let's do triplets. Or no, let's do 8 notes, but do it like that. So you can change the pattern of it. Let's try another one. Oh yeah, let's do that in the low setting. These kinds of driving pulses. Perfect. Let's ride the mod wheel. In fact, in this case, I could probably go for It's a lot of reverb. I would probably add some echo or delay to it. So you can just go in and just add. I mean, these patches are not locked. So you can go in and change them. That's what I love about Omnisphere. So let's do this one. And not too much feedback. Compared to... Just add a hint of a slap back here. Ride the mode wheel up and down and expression to get another kind of vibe. Let's do this one. Again, bass. Since most of these are based on the, you can say RPR, so you can actually go in and change it. Let's do 16ths and change the pattern to something else. So if you find a sound here, you can always change the arpeggio pattern manually, even go into the presets and do something completely insane. Not that one, let's do effects, this one. Okay, I mean, you can do whatever you want there. Let's do some bowed colors, so bowed instruments like strings. E-bowed piano are used as a sound source. Let's do something high and shimmery. Beautiful. Oh, this is so cool. E-bowed banjo. I love E-bowed sounds. They're so unreal, like divine. Okay, so what else? Let's go to the pad section. Let's play a chord. Oh yeah. And this is not based on... This rhythm is not based on the arpeggiator, so let's see if it's a delay. No, so it could be the LFO. I think it's the LFO that's... So you can actually drive the depth. Yeah. Let's reduce all of them. I don't know how many are used here actually. But I like these subtle kind of rhythms. Okay, so let's just take one of these and hold a long chord to see how it sounds. Another one. Oh, these kinds of pads and soundscapes are so amazing. Okay, so that's Blockbuster. I won't have time to go through every single sound pack here. As you can see, there's plenty. And you can go in and have a look on the website, Triple Spiral Audio, open up Omnisphere 2 here, and go in and read which ones you like to get. So let's continue with, let's do the, well, I want to know what the crime sounds like. So let's do that one, and let's do this one. No, this one. Interesting. Two different kind of rhythms here. Let's do distortion. Electronic mayhem, what can that be? Okay, so some kind of bassy, very cool sound here. Ethnic World. I have to take a sip of coffee now. So, what do you guys think so far? Leave a comment on what sounds you love to use in Omnisphere personally. I mean, I think Omnisphere is my main sound design tool ever since 2009 when I got version 1. But I think its main advantage is in pads, atmospheres, soundscapes, and these, very deep sounds. That's its strength. However, it can do anything, of course. So let's go into soundscapes. And I'm just holding an octave of F here. Let's see if I can do some kind of holding down F. Switching tracks. Something like that. Let's go back and see what we have. Textures playable. What's that? Whoops, I'm on the wrong track. It's not a piano. It's... Wow. Okay, so here I can ride the mod wheel. Oh yeah. How ghostly this sounded. Like a haunted house. Hits and bits. Oh yeah. Deep impact with a really long sustain. Okay, so here we have a... If you don't like the R, just get a one shot. Okay, let's check what more we have. So you have documentary style pack here, horror. Let's do horror. Let's do some cool soundscape. Oh, I love this. For horror and scary and dark atmospheres, sounds that are like a bit in a chaos moving around like this. Perfect for horror. Good one, this. And of course, bowed strings and things here that are twisted afterwards with sound design are also excellent for horror. Let's do a pad, Immortal. In fact, let's just do 2 notes. Okay, so it gets more insane and chaotic if I ride the mod wheel there. Empty cabin. I love patches where the mod wheel actually does something to the sound. That way you can really shape the performance. Let's do guitars here. And some kind of bells and vibes. So if I just hit once, you get the bell tone, then if I hold it down, you get this drone type of pad. Okay, let's move on to, well, let's do trailer and see what that sounds like. Gotta have a trailer hit, percussion, demon. Let's see. So if I just hit it once, shortly, you get that hit, but if I hold it, you get a drone type. And I really like that approach, actually, in many of these hit sounds. Let's do synth short. Yeah, this kind of plucky bell type synths are really good for pulses in the intros of trailers, for example, pads. Let's try another one. Open air. Oops, presence. More bell type sound. Textures playable. I have to take a sip of coffee again. So which of these libraries, I mean, what kind of music do you do? Trailer, reality, horror, documentary, crime? Let's try one of those empty field packs, because I know they actually recorded lots of cool sound sources. Oh yeah. You could do so much with these kinds of sounds. Textures playable. Or no, let's do synth bass and see what we have. Like a dark sub-terrain kind of, or industrial type of building in the cellars. Some electric disturbance or something really cool. I like that, very dark. So let's continue with some BPM type patch, this one. Okay, a bit too busy for my taste. A bit more, these are more like electronic dance music type sounds to me. Okay, so this one I could use. Only one note probably there. Let's continue with another one here. So these empty fields are probably pretty similar in approach, based on all kinds of user sound sources. I would have to say that these kinds of soundscapes and atmospheres are my favorites with these sound packs. But let's move on to journeys. So here's, just as I was saying that, I get a sound pack that's only textures playable in soundscapes. I mean, let's go ahead. Arctic winds. Oh yeah. Blue hatch. Also lots of distortion going in and out all the time, which you can probably remove with the effects rack. But let's check out. It's all these effects. Evolved radio here. Oops. And analog phaser and proverb. So a lot of going on in the effects area. Let's do a low C. Okay, so I love this for the lower part more. Use it as a drone and then releasing it. Let it ring out like this. Creates that menacing sound chasing. Dante's Search. Many of these sounds are so long in the release, so you just have to hit 2 notes or so and let them sustain with the release. Different mindset. Oh, this one was cool. like that metallic sound in the background there. Experiment. Yeah, lots of dissonance going on here. Judgment Day. Almost a radio sweep there. Let's move ahead because there's so much to cover. Pagan 3. Okay, so we get lots of ARPs here. Let's dive in and try one. It's a lot more dry in nature. Let's see if all of them. Okay, so these are way more dry and upfront. I will probably dial them back and move them into the room personally because I focus on cinematic music. Big impact. Let's see. I guess this. I mean, lots of impacts and stuff here. So this is. Okay, that's if I just hit it. Let's hold it down. Wow. I think this is going to be one of my favorite packs. Big impacts, dark impacts, deep impacts. It's an impact. An impact pack. That sounded strange. Dark impacts. Oh yeah, that metallic zing. Oh wow, on top of the big boom. Let's see if they are... Okay, so they are mapped, so you can actually tune what kind of impact you want. Dark impact 6. So they become kind of stingers with those metallic sounds. FX impact. Is it not really an impact? More of a boom kind of sound. Let's try this one. Yeah, these are basically tails, hit tails in my opinion. High impacts, I guess those are... You can of course transpose them. Okay, so we have a hit pack here. Transition impacts, what's that? Down impact. I wonder what is used to... Let's go into the modulation just to see. Filter envelope. Filter envelope is controlling pitch course. And it's here as well. So if we just take it's the filter envelope here controlling. Interesting. Very interesting. You can do so much, as you can see, with Omnisphere. Oh, what an airy, spooky sound. Whoosh bang impacts. Okay, I need to reduce the volume because that clipped. But, I mean, amazing sound. Let's see, deep impacts, reverse impacts. Several reverses I heard, but those could be really great in transition. So Pagan 3, I mean, remember the name if you're interested. I really like that the most so far, I think. I mean, I like trailers as well, and Cloud Atlas because of the spaciness of it. Let's see, Travelers, some bass perhaps. Anything there, but let's do this one. Here we have some creeping down. Yeah, this one I liked. Longsword. Oh yeah. This kind of echo pulses with the deep bass. Really cool. I love pulses in the low end. Let's do hybrid organic. Wow, great pad type sound. Other town. So if I hold it down, you get these harmonics. Okay, let's do this one. Here, oh, I can totally hear the low pulse again. And if I hit harder, you get a kind of accent with this metallic spring type sound. I mean, listen, soft. Okay, so let me play this. And then. Haha, really cool. Let's do pads. Autumn Dawn. More of a soundscape, in my opinion, but still, I guess. I mean, when you don't really get a clear harmonic context, but more of a soundscape, I would classify this as more soundscape or atmosphere than pad. But that's just me. So soundscapes playable. Let's see, Rebellion. Some soundscapes sound better here in the low end, some sound better in the high shimmery end. You have to choose, of course, for your track. Let's see, hybrid organic, did we test those? This could be better in the mid, actually. Piano, as you can see here. Traveler. Okay, so where were we? Triple. Okay, so I know this is the newest one as of this video, Fission B, which was inspired by the Chernobyl soundtrack, which is very dissonant and tonal. So let's try the distortion category. That's a nice one. Can you hear? The zombies are approaching. Could be a background Resident Evil kind of vibe or so. Oh yeah. These are some of my favorite sounds as well. I mean, soundscapes with that gritty, distorted aspect. Textures playable, completion. I mean, they are so subtle. Hear this in the background, add some high string harmonics or something, and you have the underscore going. Lost fragment. Always remember to try the mod wheel, and together with expression data, like I have on this fader here. And that goes actually for any plugin or library. Let's do hybrid instruments, Far from the River. I would assume most of these sounds in Fission are great with only one key. Strange, this is based on a snare sound, it looks like. I wonder how much sound design went into that. Soundscapes playable, let's do no report back. Yeah, very, very dissonant, all these sounds. Both colors. She was. You can hear the pitch is going like this and doesn't really settle and resolve, so... Oh yeah, I think this will be one of my favorite preset packs as well. Let's do Nordic, because I'm actually Scandinavian, or Swedish in fact, so Nordic I think was recorded somewhere here in Scandinavia with the sources here. Let's see, bold colors. At least inspired by Scandinavian sounds, nature I think. Let's do playable textures at the stream. Oh yeah, some water. Nice. Empty mind. Really nice. Enchanted Part 1. Yeah, some birds. So a lot of these sounds have nature and ambience from nature recorded into them, which I guess could be really cool for very mellow, relaxing music. Let's do Ethnic World, Coming Home. Glass picking, so I could play up here, I guess. Earthling. Nice. Let's do Midsummer Dream. Rebel type here. Let's go to pads. Discovered. Warm. Very long reverb. But remember, you can always go in and change those aspects later. So as you can see, lots of textures in the soundscapes, playable textures. Let's do postings. So soundscapes again, or textures, are almost always great with only one key, and then doing something with expression and modulation wheel. And then you really use that as a backing ambience kind of thing. So that's Nordic 1. I assume the Nordic 2 is just an extension to it, because let's do lights. Northern Roads. Beautiful warm and soft pad. So let's assume that is pretty much the extension to Nordic 1, and check out this one, Time, here. Okay, so lots of different ones. Let's do the drones. A really cool sound effect type of drone. Keys. Okay, so not holding that D here, just play some arpeggio. Wow. Ambient bell, radio bell type sound here. Percussion, what do we have? Not really. Okay. So they are percussive in nature, but more ambient percussion, I guess. Oh. Really cool that you can hold down the percussive sounds and they have something in the release as well. Let's do hybrids. Okay, let's... I mean, you can always go in and change the filters as well. So whatever you want. Soundscapes as well here. Very like a big cloudy blanket there. You have to be careful when using these kinds of big soundscapes because they can take up pretty a very large part of the canvas of sound. So sometimes you just need to go in and add, for example, some EQ to it. If you play, let's say, octave. Let's say you don't want all that bass, just remove it. Let's say you don't want too much high end. Just dial it in until you are satisfied. Let's see, hybrids. Did I do those? Let's do the distortion. Let's try some ARPs. Let's do it in the middle. No, low end. You can rarely go wrong by playing something in the low end, in my opinion. Now let's try another one. Okay. More clicky type of rhythm. Let's do some bass. Really cool metallic sound. And this was even more sub-bassy. I mean, let's do some down. Let's see. It's based on mod envelope pitch course. And the mod envelope is... So sometimes you need to, I mean, know how long the drop is going for. So if you check the mod here, it is... I believe this is 4 bars. No, 1 bar. 4 beats. So you can actually go in and change this, I guess. If I drag this, can't I drag it? Give me this. I mean, I would have thought I rarely go into the mod wheel. Is this locked or something? Lock. But it's unlocked. Okay, so now I think I managed. Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry about that. I'm not used to going into the mod envelope. But I think that's pretty much it. I've gone through many of these sounds, but every single one of them are from any of these cinematic sound packs for Omnisphere. So again, I will leave a link in the video description so you can check this out. It's triple spiral audio. And if I were to choose my personal favorites just from trying this out, was it Pagan 3 for the impacts? And I liked very much the Nordic sound packs, the Fission, yeah, that dissonant, dark atmosphere type of thing. Cloud Atlas for its focus on lots of textures and playable textures. And I would have to go into these more carefully later, but I mean, those were my favorites. You have to choose what you like to invest in, of course. So see you guys in the next video.